Oh my god, I had that other story from before.
Oh yeah, you're gonna tell me something.
It's an amazing story.
Yeah, Tom's got a story somewhere, but specifically saved it for when we were doing the Let's Play.
I saved it. Yeah, I saved it for when we were doing a Let's Play, and then I forgot all about it for like a year or two. I was taking a walk around this field where I used to grow up. I used to like play on this field every day, and I was taking a walk around there having like an existential crisis. Felt like a couple of years back. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I just have an existential crisis, you know.
I'm going through them, man. I'm fucking
everyone is
going right through them, year after year. But they were I could hear these voices, so I kind of like walked up on these. It was
funny and occasionally depressing.
It was dark, and I walked up on these kids, and they were like, you know, like 16, 17, 18, just 4 boys, and I was like spying on them.
What the fuck?
I know. I just feel like that. Like
that, but gay.
I don't know. I enjoy it. Like I felt covert. I was like spying in the bushes. They were doing like coke. And then basically, so now it gets weird. So I was throwing stones into the bushes around them to freak them out. And one of them, I don't know. I just really, I'm a bit weird like that. I kind of enjoyed it. But one of them was like, oh, I think there's someone watching us, and then the other two were like, shut up, and he's like, no, I think that, oh, it's just the birds in the branches. I was literally throwing stones like around them.
It's a roving gang of birds chucking stones
for about 10 minutes, and then I followed them.
What the fuck? Look how many fucking...
And then I followed, oh god, you're all those X's. Then I followed them to a gazebo in the park, and this gazebo is in the center of a field.
Alright.
And what I did, and I'm not entirely sure why, but it is just the kind of thing I would do, is that I got quite close to the point where I wouldn't be seen, and when I was close enough that I thought they'll probably see me, I started army crawling towards the gazebo. And
what?
Yeah.
Oh, you can make snowballs, isn't it?
So I was army crawling towards this gazebo. It was about 12, maybe 1 a.m. towards these 4 kids that had done coke. I was literally army crawling, and this one of them comes out the gazebo to light a cigarette, and he just stands stock still looking at me, and he goes, guys, there's a guy crawling towards us.
That's fucked, man.
And then they all come out, and I have never felt so embarrassed in my life, because up until that point, I was sort of, I don't know what, I was in like a hunter mindset. I was just like, I was just like having fun with it, and then I was like, oh god, I'm army crawling towards kids who have just been sniffing coke on the park. So I stood up and I was laughing because I was fucking embarrassed. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I was just playing. It's just a prank, bro.
And that's how that started.
Basically, my argument was, and I was so embarrassed. I was determined to befriend them so I wouldn't feel so embarrassed. And I was like, oh, it's cool, man. Let us buy you. Oh, you know, I didn't say let's buy you a drink. I was just like, oh, you know, like, oh no, I'm sorry. I was just playing a joke. And they were like, get the fuck out of it, or I'm gonna stab you.
Wow, that's a normal reaction to that.
Yeah. And but I didn't believe them, and basically I was trying to befriend them desperately because I really didn't. I felt
you were pressing X over and over again to apologize.
If I was to walk away, I'd be humiliated, and I did end up walking away. But to try and befriend them, I was like, "Hey, you guys enjoy video games?" And there was one of them was like,
"Wow, well, glad you didn't get humiliated." Fucking hell.
I was just thinking. I mean, my adrenaline was good. I was like, "Do you guys like video games? Like, what games are you into?" And one of them was like Fortnite. I was like, it's a kids game.
Wait, hold on. What the fuck? When was this?
A couple of years ago.
Wait, so they were like 16. Oh shit! This whole story I've been picturing you as being about like 12, and then this was when you were an adult.
This is recently.
Oh my god! Wow, that's a lot cringier.
It is very cringy.
So when you were about 24,
yeah,
you were army crawling towards a bunch of kids.
My plan was
this whole time I've been thinking you were like a kid.
No, my plan was to like crawl up to the gazebo and then jump in the door frame and be like, blah, 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 and then like sprint off. But in hindsight, they might have chased me.
What going on with you?
They might have just chased me and attacked me.
I
didn't have a plan. I just thought it was a good idea. I don't know.
So you were like a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm just surrounded by grizzlies. So you, 24 years old, and you're like, you see some children in the park. Do you A, carry on with your evening, or B,
frogs, stalk army crawl?
Wow, that's fucked, man. You were.
I know, it's weird.
Yeah, I see what you mean about the crisis now.
But I was like, "Oh, do you like video games?" And the one of them that was
like,
like,
that's so much worse knowing that you were like an adult at the time. I thought you were like a kid.
No.
Like
this one of them that was like clearly the leader was like, "No, I don't play games because I'm not a fucking virgin."
But he was a virgin.
Yeah.
Until that night.
I laughed and I was like, too many. Like, I just didn't have a response to that. He did have me
Yeah, to be
there.
fair, only virgins play video games.
I know I could
Stares at screen.
But I ended up just walking away, and as I was walking away, he pretended to call his mate and be like, "Yeah, he's coming out the park now, at the gate on the left. Let's fucking stab him." And honestly, I went until I was around a corner and then ran.
Tom, that is the saddest story I've ever heard. You know, I'm getting on this. He's getting involved now.
It is kind of weird, but it is just the kind of thing I do. It's like the most quintessential Tom story. I would just army crawl towards people for the fun of it, and then when it hits me how weird it is what I'm doing, be like, oh, okay.
Wow, you are actually going mental. What the fuck?
Nah, that's alright.
That was nice.
They're just not using me to my full potential.
I'm gonna go stalk some kids in the park and do some army crawling.
Do some army crawling.
I want to do some army crawling now. I don't know army crawling for a while.
Right, what's the mission?
You're not on a mission, you retard. I need to stop when you're a retard, but you need to stop being a retard. Right, just go to a mission. Go to that with yellow star on your map.
Well done with the mission, by the way. You did that one really well and quite efficient.
It's because I'm fucking brilliant. Yeah, if you press triangle on snowy ground. I never realized that in like 15 years.
If
Very
you
cool.
press triangle on snowy ground,
On snowy ground.
you'll pick up snowballs.
And then you'll find
throw around.
love. Yeah. Snoop Dogg coming into the song. I was 24 and army crawling. And some guy comes up to me and says, "Hey, you're a respected rapper. You've spent decades building up an image for yourself as a respected artist. Do you want to rap about Just Eat? And destroy your image and destroy everything you've built up for yourself for money that you already have." Bash some of that on the screen, but not enough to get a copyright strike. Her hair is so bad.
Shut up.
It is though, look at it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Well, fuck off then, what, Dad?
No, it is.
Insult your waifu.
He's sweet, but
Well, if it isn't the Simps.
My wife, who is this last one?
Your waifu is this 15-year-old girl with
A massive
3
nose.
polygons in her face.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh my god! When she looks up, pause it for a second, and just that fucking face expression was fucking hilarious.
That's gonna be my new Discord image.
you're both so straight.
I would punish her though for being such a naughty little bitch.
She's 15, probably.
So,
I'd punish her for being 50.
By making her 18. By making her wait 3 years.
I heard he was pretty fast.
The worst punishment of all.
Give me a break.
Oh, I think we've got a little challenge.
He's such a
I just
slag.
love challenges. They make
You
me
announced that
so
wrong. It's she's such a slab.
Her fucking face, she's doing all this like sexual dialogue, but then her face becomes that of a 40-year-old man. They make me so
Oh no, one of these I can't do.
old. Why can't you give me the fucking
This.
controller?
No, I'll
You're
give it a try.
wasting
Give it a try. 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 Give it a try.
Stop.
Jesus Christ! What are these athletes? Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Isn't this the exact same place where you had that last race? Yeah, it is. It's the same place where I had that last race.
Was the one optional or something?
Yeah.
Well, I've learned this track like the back of my.
knob. Like you've been beaten to a pulp during lockdown.
You know what?
It's now
Yes.
it's now technically in a liquid state.
It's like glass. Like it seems solid, but you'll never get that hard again.
It's like
After
custard
what
that's
it's
been in the
through.
fridge.
Oh my god. It is though. Like,
Yellow because you have hepatitis. I mean, doctor, this is what I'm telling you. I'm a bully let's play.
Doctor Who. Doctor Who, but it's a.
Doctor Who, but she has consistent characterization. Hey, Ryan!
Please, Doctor.
Hey, Ryan, you can't shoot and kill people unless you shoot this guy in episode 3 and send him back to the dinosaur age. And that's alright, we're never going to mention it again.
What, with a gun? Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
Oh.
so you know how the Doctor is like really like, anti-killing people?
Yeah.
In a third episode, as Jodie Whittaker, Ryan, the guy with no characterization, shoots a guy with a gun that transports him back in time to like the dinosaur age. So he's basically definitely dead. But
Dead almost
he's going to die
immediately.
like starvation or being killed by a dinosaur or something, and she just doesn't mention
Or like
it.
a pathogen, yeah, that has no immunity to.
Yeah, like, he's going to die like, immediately.
In that humid, hot environment, he'd
like
die
a horrible. Like, it's going to be way
Horrible.
worse than being shot to death.
No, yeah, like even if he escapes like carnage, he'll die a horrible disease.
Yeah, I saw this
Lonely,
video where, like,
terrified.
in one episode, she's like getting angry at a villain for keeping people in stasis pods, and then in
Where did he come
And then
from?
later in the season, a character, one of the protagonists puts that villain in a stasis pod, and she's like, "You're the strongest person I know." This Chibnall's writing is fucking shit. So, can we have one episode where I don't go off on a rant about Chris Chibnall? I hate that guy's writing. There's no business writing his own name.
Oh, Jesus. Woo!
What was this? Oh, I thought it was like a random guy.
These guys, I mean, they've got a good, like, industrialization. I don't know what
In a real well, was he there with like a chainsaw beforehand, like sawing it down for the back? Accidentally crushes one of his mates to death. And then the story just becomes about him dealing with that.
I do like generally in this game how, like, mobilized people are.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Oh shit, Lola likes you.
Really?
She's gonna put that 40-year-old man face all up in your small amount of pubes that you have.
That's 69er.
She's 15. So.
I wouldn't have to look at her face.